Once again, I would like to thank you all for attending the University of South Carolina Aiken Pi Alpha Sigma Veterans Honor Society induction ceremony. I would like to give a special thanks to the Daughters of the American Revolution, the Dylan Bach Transition Training Fund, the Hathorne Fund, the Military Spouse Scholarship, the North Augusta Cultural Arts Council, and our individual donors. I would also like to thank our representatives in the USC Aiken ROTC, and of course the Provost and the Chancellor. Thanks again for the leadership and the focus on academic success. As well, I would like to give a special thanks to our welcome guest, Miss Linda Coswell, for coming out today to help support this event. So, and it is with great honor that I would like to welcome the Veteran and Military Student Honor Society inductees. So I would just like to let y'all know that tonight y'all can expect a preview of the national anthem, then as customary, our Medal of Honor reading, followed by a moment of silence for those who served and are no longer with us today. Then a student speaker who is also a current service member is going to give her thoughts on how inspirational you guys are in her vision to see it through in her academic journey, followed by our chancellor and guest speaker taking the stage to provide some guidance for us graduating soon, which may even touch the minds of everyone in attendance this evening. Finally, we'll close with the moment you've all been waiting for, your official Veterans Honor Society induction ceremony, led by Chancellor Heimerman and Director Murphy. So, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in standing for the national anthem. I'll be seated. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Corporal Logan Chisholm, United States Marine Corps Reserve, who's majoring in exercise sports science, to do our customary Medal of Honor reading.
Thank you, Marcus. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Logan Chisholm. I am a corporal in the United States Marine Corps, and I'm proud to call myself one of your fellow students. To begin, I would like to read a short quote from Medal of Honor recipient Private First Class Sammy L. Davis of the United States Army that has inspired me this evening as I look out on our inductees. To quote, "My life experiences have taught me that you don't lose until you quit trying." I'd like to ask you all to please join me in a moment of silence to reflect on what these words mean to us. Thank you. This quote is significant to me because I believe it perfectly describes your individual journeys. Through service, through school, and through life, you've kept the pedal to the metal. You may have stumbled along the way, Some of you may have even fallen, but you always got back up. That perseverance, that tenacity is something no one can ever take from you. Don't lose that, and always keep pushing forward. Thank you.
Thank you, Logan, for those inspirational words of wisdom. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Heimerman to the stage.
I do have my challenge.
Marcus is buying.
Thanks for asking. Well, welcome and thank you for being with us today as we celebrate the tremendous accomplishments of our military and veteran students being recognized for their academic achievement this evening through their induction in the Pi Alpha Sigma Honor Society. Pi Alpha Sigma are the Greek letters meaning tomorrow's warriors of wisdom, which could not be a more appropriate representation of the men and women who stand before us today. The Veterans Honor Society recognizes veterans, military service members, military spouses, and military family members who have exemplified outstanding academic achievement through their college career. Quite an achievement. Of the spring 2023 graduating class, approximately 25% of those graduating with honors are military-connected students and will pursue careers contributing to the sciences, engineering, business, humanities, and the social sciences, as well as the healthcare professions. Because of your commitment to excellence, the University of South Carolina, Aiken continues to be recognized as one of the top universities in the nation for veteran and military students, receiving a military-friendly gold status and recognized as a best place for veterans. The role of our Office of Veteran and Military Student Success is to champion veterans, service members and family members of those serving in the armed forces as they pursue their education and transition into their communities. Your accomplishments are evidence of that commitment and serve as an exemplar for the veterans and military service members who do not yet know a future outside of the armed services or how they can further contribute to their education, careers, and communities. Your efforts, too, have produced phenomenal and unprecedented support and growth for our programs within the university and community, a legacy that will serve veteran and military students for years to come. In closing, I'd like to thank you for your service to our country, our university, and our community. Our campus would not be what it is today without the leadership and example you have provided. And I look forward to following your future accomplishments as alumni of USC Aiken. Congratulations and job well done.
Thank you, Chancellor Heimerman, and thank you for making the time to join us this evening in celebration of the achievements of our students here this evening. I would like to introduce Grace. She's going to come and she's going to be our student speaker.
Sitting in front of me today are three different groups of people. First, our faculty. Even without direct contact, Chancellor Heimerman and the Provost, Dr. Timmons, have influenced this path for not only you, but the students that continue to come here. Even just their support for the Office of Veteran and Military Student Success has given us pathways and resources to offer our students on campus. Their continuous support, like even coming to this event tonight, is greatly appreciated and will always be. We also recognize Tristan Stone, our school certifying official and program coordinator, along with Robert Murphy, our Center for Student Achievement Director, to thank on behalf of all of the students that influence us each and every day. They have created a Center for Resources for our veteran and military affiliated students over the past 10 years and are continuing to best position our veteran and military students to achieve their educational, career, and life goals. As a student here, I am beyond grateful for all the resources not only the office offers, but USC Aiken as a whole. But of course, none of these resources would be as readily available as they are without the help of our donors. To assist students in achieving their goals, allowing them to graduate college, and giving them the chance to sit in the same chairs that you all are in tonight. The office would not be able to help students like me nearly as much if it was not for you guys. Thank you. Last but certainly not least, our students. Everyone here tonight is in support of you. I am beyond proud of each and every single one of you that are sitting in the chairs in front of me. The ones who have distinguished themselves amongst all veteran and military affiliated students. Meeting the strict GPA requirements is an achievement, and every day for the rest of my collegiate experience, I strive to be like you. And in 3 years, sitting in the same seat that you all are in tonight. As I continue my time in college, I'll remind myself that soon I will be where you all are, planning my future and what will happen after college, and continuing to look up to every single one of you for setting yourself up for success and excelling in life. Congratulations, and Army Strong. Now, I'd like to welcome our guest speaker this evening, who happens to be another Army soldier. Captain Linda Caldwell is a graduate of the University of San Francisco School of Nursing and received her MS in the nursing from Rutgers University. She served in the U.S. Army Corps from 1966 to 1969, including a tour of duty in Vietnam. Linda worked in various areas of nursing, including ICU, oncology, medical education, and the pharmaceutical industry. She is currently the first vice president of the South Carolina Council of Military Officers Association of American Chapters, the director of Aiken County Hometown Heroes Banner Project, and a board member of our Community Salutes. Linda also serves as vice regent of the Trenton chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution and belongs to the Aiken MOAA chapter, Vietnam Veterans of America, VFW, and the American Legion. Please join me in welcoming Captain Linda Caldwell to the stage.
Good evening, and thank you for that very nice introduction, Grace. Good evening, honor graduates, your families, your friends, Chancellor Heimerman, Director Murphy, and distinguished guests. I am honored, grateful, and blessed to have been invited to speak to you this evening. Those feelings, honored, grateful, blessed, happen anytime I'm in the company of my fellow veterans. There's a camaraderie among veterans that is ingrained in us from the day we start boot camp, and it never leaves us. There's a certain comfort level in having worn the uniform, served our country, and knowing that we can count on each other to be there for us, regardless of the situation. The phrase, "I've got your six," comes to mind and says it all. I have no doubt that you are honored, grateful, and blessed to have spent the last 4 years at the University of South Carolina, Aiken. Well, maybe not when you were studying for finals, but in time, you will look back on those years and be especially grateful for the lessons you learned here. Not just in the classroom, but in the friendships you found along the way with your fellow students, both veteran and non-veteran, and with your professors and mentors. You're now ready to start a different phase of your life, working in your chosen profession. The years you've spent at USC-Aiken and your past military experiences have prepared you in ways you can only imagine. Excuse me. Not only do you have the academic knowledge and skills you've sharpened during your student years, but your military background and training ensures that you are confident and competent to begin the next phase of your lives. As you embark on this next stage of your careers, it may be a little scary at times. While many of you already have jobs waiting for you as you graduate, others may not. But I can assure you that whatever your chosen field may be, your new employers will be honored, grateful, and blessed to have you as their employees. When you check the box veteran on a job application and list your skill set from your time in the military, employers take notice. They know that you have been part of a team and that you know the true meaning of teamwork, how to use your available resources and ask for what you need to accomplish the mission. In addition, you know how to follow orders and take direction. These assets will undoubtedly give you a leg up over other job candidates. Leadership is another skill that you've honed during your military and student years. The ability to assess a situation quickly and make split-second decisions will serve you well, just as it did for me one day in 1968 in Vietnam. A patient was admitted to the 67th Evac Hospital in Quy Nhon, where I was stationed and where I served as a head nurse of a surgical unit. He had some minor frag wounds in his abdomen, but after taking his vital signs, I sensed something wasn't quite right. Out of necessity, my fellow nurses and I functioned more like junior doctors or interns because we were short-staffed and the doctors were often doing surgery or tending to the more seriously wounded patients. So I ordered an x-ray of this soldier's abdomen and called the doctor, asking him to review its stat. My intuition was right. The patient had a ruptured spleen and needed immediate surgery. This scenario probably wouldn't have happened had I been a nurse in a civilian hospital in the US, where nurses had less autonomy back then. But it was commonplace in the military, regardless of where you were stationed. Another thing your experience as veterans has taught you, while you won't be hearing reveille or in the morning or taps at night, you know the importance of being on time for work, regardless of what you did the night before. And as the saying goes, don't be on time, be early. You've had discipline ingrained in you since the day you arrived at boot camp, and it became second nature to you regardless of the situation. I recently had the privilege of meeting a first semester veteran student from USC-Aiken. He related an experience he'd had with a fellow non-veteran student who commented about how smart he was to have aced an exam. When the veteran student asked his classmate what he did from Thursday to Sunday, the student admitted he was partying. The veteran assured him that during that same time frame, he was studying. So what a great example of discipline. The military also gave you perspective for the future. Many of you saw combat, or you were stationed overseas in countries vastly different than ours, with different standards of living and laws. Because of what you experienced in those foreign countries, I can assure you, you'll never take for granted the freedoms that we enjoy in this country. And when you've served in another country and witnessed firsthand how other people live and work, your sense of gratitude for what we enjoy in this country is magnified. In closing, I was honored to be a member of the U.S. Army Nurse Corps, grateful for my 3 years on active duty and blessed by the experiences I had, which gave me a different perspective on life, both personally and professionally. The term veteran is an honor bestowed on a select few, and you are among those select few. In 2021, there were 19 million veterans in the U.S., less than 10% of the population. So celebrate your accomplishments. You've worked hard to get where you are, as evidenced by your 3.5 or higher grade point average. Wow. We're proud of you, and we join you, your families, and friends in celebrating all you've done, all you are, and all you have yet to do. Never stop serving and be proud of your veteran status. You are truly tomorrow's warriors of wisdom. And one last thing, go Army, beat Navy.
All right. Thank you, Miss Linda Cardwell, for that. So I'm not sure if y'all know what just happened. I just presented her with the challenge coin. It's kind of our way. We do this in the fall, every fall. It's a tradition where we give new students this challenge coin as a way of like seeing your academic career through it, which is what all of y'all have done. So, and we just kind of wanted to present to her this challenge coin too as a token of our appreciation. So thank you, Ms. Linda, for that. So now I'm going to go ahead and start this induction ceremony, and I would like to start off by once again saying thank you Linda, thank you Chancellor Heimerman, thank you Grace and Logan, thank you for taking the time to come out and speak tonight. We really appreciate that. But without further ado, it's now time to begin the Veterans Honor Society induction ceremony. Mr. Murphy always indicates or says, we celebrate victories. The students being inducted in the Veterans Honor Society are not only graduating, but they are graduating with honors. It's important to note the mission of the Veterans Honor Society is to recognize veterans, military service members, military spouses, and military family members who have exemplified outstanding academic achievement throughout their college career. Membership is open to all undergraduate and vet and military students alike. All inductees before you have a combined average GPA of 3.5 or above.
The Veterans Honor Society, Pi Alpha Sigma, was founded at the University of South Carolina-Aiken to aid military-connected students in their academic pursuits, recognize outstanding academic achievements, and cultivate a stronger sense of community. Pi Alpha Sigma are the Greek letters as seen above the entryway to our center over to the left. They're representative of the phrase by which we identify ourselves, tomorrow's warriors of wisdom. The phrase identifies our connection to our sacrifices for the nation and acknowledges our continued dedication to our education and wisdom. The University of South Carolina-Aiken Veterans Honor Society's purpose is to aid veteran and military students in their academic pursuits, recognize those outstanding academic achievements, encourage completion, and raise graduation rates among the student cohort. We are absolutely proud of all invited inductees present this evening. The students in front of you represent our veteran and military students graduating with honors in the spring, summer, or fall terms of 2023. The Pi Alpha Sigma Veterans Honor Society recognizes students graduating with honors on an annual basis. All inductees in front of you this evening have committed to maintaining their academic standing and GPA through commencement. Out of the 140 veteran and military students that have applied for graduation in 2023, these students average above a 3.5 GPA for undergraduate students or a 3.75 GPA for graduate students. Therefore, we would like to celebrate the roughly 15% of veteran and military students who are graduating with honors in 2023. Please give yourselves a hand real quick. Will Chancellor Heimerman and Mr. Robert Murphy please join me up front? Will all Veterans Honor Society inductees please stand and remain standing? Chancellor Heimerman and Mr. Murphy, as the university's certifying official, I proclaim that the following students meet and exceed the requirements for induction into the Pi Alpha Sigma Veterans Honor Society as set forth by the Charter bylaws. The Office of Veteran and Military Student Success recommends these students to you for honors induction.
I'd like to have you repeat after me the pledge that goes along with being inducted into the Honor Society. And so as I read, please repeat after me. I promise to uphold the ideals and further the aims of the University of South Carolina Aiken Veterans Honor Society. By believing in doing so, shall support my continued success and promote the same achievements for other veterans, military family members, and service members who follow in my footsteps. Congratulations.
I would like to ask all the Veterans Honor Society inductees to follow Seth over there, he's on Kennedy, to line up and receive their honors cords and certificates. As I call your name, you will please come forward where Chancellor Heinemann and Mr. Murphy will place the Veterans Honor Society cord upon your shoulders and present you with your certificate signifying your advanced achievement. Hannah Asivita is a military family member, communications major. The honor cord placed on the student's shoulder is worn as a part of their official graduation regalia during the commencement ceremonies. Christian Alexander, family spouse, nursing. Adam Basie, U.S. Air Force veteran, applied computer science. Curtis Crouch, U.S. Army vet, communications. Sarah Davison, Army National Guard, communications. Yazik Gillings, U.S. Army vet, nursing. Awabani Hernandez Torres, U.S. Army vet, Master of Business Administration. Taryn Jett, military family member, early childhood education. Christian Johnson, U.S. Marine Corps veteran, Business Administration. Olivia Jones, military family member, communications. Lisa Luke, U.S. Army vet, communications. Brinkley Moss, military family member, communications. Shatara Shackelford, U.S. Air Force vet, Master of Business Administration. Melissa Shaver, military spouse, elementary education. Dana Turner, military spouse, business administration. Rachel Weatherford, military family member, elementary education. We would also like to recognize our inductees participating in USC Aiken online and distance programs that cannot join us this evening. Justin Hughes, U.S. Army Master of Business Administration. Cynthia Norris, military family member, Master of Business Administration. Sarah Thyman, U.S. Air Force vet, Master of Business Administration. Darrell Wilson, U.S. Army vet, Master of Business Administration. Dylan Yates, U.S. Army vet, Master of Business Administration. Round of applause for all the inductees. Congratulations on behalf of the DMSS. I look forward to sitting where you are now within the coming year, and we all look forward to seeing the amazing things ahead for each of you. I would like to please welcome Mr. Robert Murphy for this evening's closing remarks.
Your man. I just want to start off quickly by helping me to say thank you to Tristan, Marcus, and the entire Office of Veteran Military Student Success team who helped put this on tonight. Please give them a round of applause. I can't say enough about what we heard from Captain Codwell tonight, and just, guys, she's a couple clicks ahead of us. She's walked the walk, she's been where we have been, and it's just living proof that the hope that we have in what your future may look like. Linda, I gotta tell you, after listening to you though, I'm not sure I'm gonna put my retirement papers in anytime soon, because I don't think I could keep up with you, and you're supposed to be retired. I got plenty of work here, so I'm not looking forward to the retirement that you're in, but just well done on everything that you're doing in the community for this group of people here. I just wanna make this very quick. I wanna give you 4 pieces of quick advice, and that is, number 1, when your finals are done, please, take a minute, take a day, take a week, drop the pack, man, binge watch something, go for a run, hit the gym, maybe stay away from the booze and other things, but man, you've got to relax. You've got to chill for a couple days. But then, something's got to click, and maybe in 3 days, you have got to treat your career search as you did your college degree. You have an honors in your college degree. Therefore, you have to approach your career search in the exact same mindset. It's a full-time gig, and the rule of thumb is this: For every 0 you want to get paid for your job, that's a month worth of searching. So if you want 3 zeros, that's 3 months. If you want 4 zeros, 5 zeros, 6 zeros, that's each month of looking. And that's 37, 40 hours a week, maybe 50, 60 hours a week looking for that job. You're fully capable to have the job. Do not sell yourself short on what area that you accept. Don't buy into the negative talk that might tell you, well, I'm just a vet and I went to USC Aiken. No. Supply and demand tells me this. The demand for you is extremely high. The supply of you is extremely low, which takes my second advice. Learn how to negotiate very quickly. Take a negotiation course, read a negotiation book, learn how to negotiate your salary. Number 3, your LinkedIn profile, get it squared away, and network every single your day. You got to network within the community, get your LinkedIn profile, hit me up, hit the chancellor up, hit the provost up, hit Linda up, get all the search for you, and start networking your career. I'm awful proud to be in front of you. I'm awful proud to call you family members. And I end with this every Honor Society induction ceremony. And I've been at this for 10 years. And I take a look at all your GPAs, and I wonder who has the highest GPA, what branch of service did they come from? And we have yet to have a Marine up here to receive that. Yeah, but it's not Army. It's not Army. You guys are, so the Army goes in force. You guys just flood the school. Army, all over the place. And so we rarely have a Coast Guardsman. They've been up here before, but this year goes to a U.S. Air Force veteran. Not only has this veteran achieved a 4.0 GPA, this veteran has completed some of the most difficult computer cyber courses that were in the nation. They're called SANS courses that we offer here, with the collaboration that we have with the SANS partner in our computer science. This individual, on top of his studies, has been able to navigate through those cyber programs and those cyber security skill set courses in addition to his education that he got here, and he's passed those courses as well. So please help me to recognize U.S. Air Force veteran Adam Basie. His beautiful wife Ann is here as well. Congratulations. So Adam, please negotiate for about 6 months. That's 6 zeros after your first letter for your next salary. Listen, thank you, our honored guests, our donors. If I start getting into the name thing, I'm going to make the cardinal rule mistake that you do up here in the podium. I'm not going to start mentioning every name, but you know who you are. I'm thinking about you. We are all here. You have all attributed to everybody's success up here. Captain Codwell got a coin today, and the only way to get that coin is on the back of that coin. It says commit to graduate. And Linda, through her efforts and others in here, have committed to help us all graduate. So congratulations, Linda, for that. And just join me at the bar. Please give it up for her. The way I love to end our evening is please grab a snack, join me at the bar, have a great night, and Semper Fidelis.